Welcome, dear students. And today we are going to learn topic as holder and holder in due course. Holder. The holder of a negotiable instrument means any person entitled in his own name to the possession thereof and to receive or recover the amount due thereon from the parties thereto. As in our previous session, we have seen different negotiable instruments such as bill of exchange, promissory note, and check. These instruments are transferable, and any person whoever name is written on that instrument and that same person is having possession of that negotiable instrument, then that person is known as holder of a negotiable instrument. Only the person legally entitled to receive the money due on the instrument is called the holder. That person, whoever name is written, and he is having possession of that negotiable instrument, is legally entitled to get the money due on the instrument. That means on that instrument whatever amount is written, that amount legally entitled to get by that person. Therefore, clerks or servants having the instrument in their custody are not holders except as agents of the holder. That means if the clerks or the servants having negotiable instrument with them, but they are not the holder of negotiable instrument. A person who obtains possession of the instrument by illegal means, that is by theft, is not a holder. That means any person gets the negotiable instrument by way of illegal means such as theft. That means he is having the possession, but that theft is not known as a holder. Now, who can be a holder? Who is a holder? A person is called holder of a negotiable instrument if he satisfies the following two conditions. Means a person is a holder, but he should satisfy both these conditions. First one, he must be entitled to the possession of the instrument in his own name. That means negotiable instrument such as check, bill of exchange, and promissory note. That person should have the possession in his own name. Second condition, he must be entitled to receive, recover the amount due on the instrument from the parties liable under the instrument. That means before the maturity, that person should be able to receive or recover the amount of the instrument. For example, Mr. A gave a salary check to his employee Mr. B of rupees 1,25,000. Now in this example, Mr. B is a holder of the instrument, that is check. Assume Mr. B lost the check and Mr. C found the check on the road. Now in this example, Mr. C is not the holder because his name is not written on the check. Therefore, still Mr. B is the holder of a check. Now, second concept is who is a holder in due course. Now, to become holder in due course, a person should satisfy four conditions. First one, he must be a holder. Who is a holder? Who is having the possession of the instrument in his own name, and he should be entitled to receive and recover the money. Second is, he must have become for consideration. Such consideration must be lawful and need not be adequate. That means he should get the consideration, and that consideration should be lawful. Third is, he must have obtained the instrument before its maturity. That means the check validity is for 3 months. Before that, he should obtain that instrument. Next is, he must have obtained the instrument in good faith. That is, without having sufficient cause to believe that any defect existed in the title of the person from whom he derived his title. That means that instrument, that negotiable instrument should be obtained in good faith. That means to become a holder in due course, a person should be a holder. Consideration must be lawful, and the instrument should be obtained before its maturity, and there should be good faith. For example, Mr. A gave a salary check to his employee Mr. B of rupees 1,25,000. Say Mr. A gave check worth rupees 1,25,000 to Mr. B. Now in this case, Mr. B is a holder of a negotiable instrument, that is check. Now Mr. B is a debtor. He has to repay the money of 1,25,000 to Mr. C. In this case, in this example, Mr. C becomes holder in due course. That means Mr. C will recover that money from Mr. A. Mr. B endorse that check to Mr. C, and Mr. C automatically becomes holder in due course. I hope this concept of holder and holder in due course is understood by you. Now assignment for you. Who is a holder? Explain holder in due course. Always in exam this question comes. Thank you, students.